I had been dating Chloe for 2 years. We moved in together after about 8 months, splitting everything down the middle. Rent, utilities, groceries. It seemed fair. It seemed like we were building something. That Tuesday afternoon, I left work early. My supervisor let me go at 3 because I had finished a major project ahead of schedule. I thought it would be nice to surprise Chloe, maybe grab some coffee and swing by her office. She worked as a project coordinator at a consulting firm downtown. I had only been there once before, briefly, when she forgot her laptop. I walked into the building at 3:15. The receptionist waved me through since I mentioned Chloe's name. Their office had an open floor plan, lots of glass walls, and those modern standing desks. I could see her area from the elevator lobby. That's when I heard her voice. Loud, confident, laughing. I stopped walking. She was standing near the coffee station with 3 other women from her team. I recognized 2 of them from the company holiday party last December. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm still doing this, Chloe said, gesturing with her coffee cup. I'm basically single already. He's just conveniently there to pay half the rent. The other women laughed. One of them, a blonde in a blazer, said something I couldn't quite hear. Chloe continued, right? Like, he's fine. He's reliable. Shows up, pays his share, doesn't cause problems. But that's it. There's no spark, no excitement. I'm just coasting until something better comes along. I stood completely still. I was maybe 15 feet behind her, partially hidden by a large plant and a support column. She had no idea I was there. So why not just end it? Another woman asked. Chloe shrugged. Because rent in this city is insane. And he's clean, quiet, splits everything perfectly. It's convenient. I'm not in a rush to pay double just because I'm bored. More laughter. My chest felt tight, but I wasn't angry. I was just processing, calculating. You're terrible, the blonde said, but she was still smiling. I'm practical, Chloe corrected. Besides, he doesn't expect much. Easy to manage. I turned around and walked back to the elevator. Pressed the button. Waited. The doors opened and I stepped inside. Nobody noticed me. Nobody called my name. I drove home in complete silence. No music. No radio. Just the sound of traffic and my own breathing. When I got back to our apartment, I looked around. 2 years of shared space. Her books on the shelf next to mine. Her photos on the wall. Her coffee mug in the sink from this morning. Conveniently there to pay half the rent. I pulled out my phone and opened my notes app. Started making a list. Bank accounts. Lease agreement. Utilities in my name. Internet in hers. Furniture we bought together versus what I brought with me. My car was paid off. Hers had 2 years left, under her name only. Good. I checked the time. She wouldn't be home until 6 at the earliest. Usually closer to 7. I had at least 3 hours. Probably 4. That was enough time. I went to the closet and pulled down the large duffel bags I used when I moved in. Then I grabbed the plastic storage bins from under the bed. I started in the bedroom, packing methodically. Clothes, shoes, personal items, everything that was mine. No anger, no breaking things, no drama, just efficiency. By 5:30, I had loaded my car twice. The apartment was starting to look different. Empty spaces on the dresser, gaps in the closet, my laptop gone from the desk. I kept going. Kitchen items I had brought, the coffee maker I bought, my set of pots and pans, the blender, my gym bag from the hallway, my tools from the storage closet. At 6:15, I did a final walkthrough. Checked every drawer, every cabinet, every corner. If it was mine, it was either in my car or staged by the door for the final load. I sat down at the kitchen table and pulled out a piece of paper. Wrote one sentence in clear, block letters. You're not basically single anymore. You just are. Enjoy full rent. I placed it on the counter where she always dropped her keys, right next to where her coffee mug had been this morning. Then I took one last look around. The apartment looked strange now. Hollow, like someone had carefully removed exactly half of everything. I picked up the last box, walked out, and locked the door behind me. My phone stayed silent in my pocket. I didn't block her number. Didn't need to. I would see the messages when they came, and they would come. But for now, I just drove. Windows down. Finally turned on the radio. I wasn't angry. I wasn't hurt. I was done, and that felt surprisingly clear. I drove to my friend Owen's place. We had known each other since college, and he lived about 20 minutes across town in a duplex he rented. I called him on the way. Hey, random question. You still have that spare room? Yeah, why? Owen sounded curious, but not suspicious. Need a place to crash for a bit. Maybe a week or 2 while I figure things out. I'll pay you. What happened? Tell you when I get there. 5 minutes out. Owen was standing on his porch when I pulled up. He helped me unload without asking questions until everything was inside. "So," he said, handing me a beer. "Chloe, done. She cheat. Worse, she's been treating me like a convenient roommate who happens to have a bank account. Found out today." Owen winced. "Ouch." "Yeah, so I left. Completely. She's going to walk into an empty apartment in about 30 minutes. He actually laughed. "You're serious?" "Totally serious." My phone buzzed. I glanced at it. Text from Chloe. "Hey babe, running late. Probably home by 7:30. Want me to grab takeout?" I showed Owen. He shook his head. "That's cold, man. She has no idea." None. I didn't respond to her message. Just set my phone on the table and opened my laptop. I had practical things to handle. First, I logged into our shared streaming accounts and changed the passwords. She could get her own. Then I checked the utility accounts. Electric was in my name. I called and scheduled a disconnect for the end of the week. That gave her time to set up her own account. "You're really doing this efficiently," Owen observed. "No point dragging it out." Internet was in her name, so that was her problem. Water and trash were included in rent. The lease had both our names, but I checked the terms. Either tenant could terminate with 60 days notice and forfeit the security deposit. I'd eat my half of that deposit. Worth it. I drafted an email to the landlord. Professional. Simple. Gave notice I was moving out effective immediately. Understood I was forfeiting my portion of the security deposit and my forwarding address would be provided within a week. Sent. My phone started ringing at 7:40. "Chloe." I let it go to voicemail. It rang again immediately. Voicemail. Then again. Owen looked at me. "You going to answer?" Eventually. A text came through. "Where are you? What is going on?" Another. "Why is the apartment empty?" Another. "This isn't funny. Call me now." I waited 10 minutes. Let her panic settle into genuine confusion. Then I sent one text. "Read the note." 3 dots appeared immediately. She was typing. They disappeared. Appeared again. Disappeared. Finally. "We need to talk about this." Me. "Nothing to talk about. You were clear about how you felt. I'm just making it official." Her. "You don't understand. You heard wrong. I was joking with my coworkers." Me. "I heard perfectly. You weren't joking. You were honest." Her. "Please. Can we just talk? Face to face." Me. "No." Her. "You're being childish." I almost laughed at that. Instead, I typed, "You wanted to be single. Now you are. Good luck with the rent." She called again. I declined it. Then I blocked her number. Owen handed me another beer. "Feel better?" "Actually, yeah." The next morning, I called my bank and removed her as an authorized user on my account. We had never fully combined finances, which now seemed like the smartest decision I had ever made. I moved my direct deposit to a completely new account, just to be safe. Then I called my car insurance and removed her as a listed driver. She had her own policy anyway, but I wanted zero connection. I spent the afternoon looking at apartments. Nothing fancy, just a 1-bedroom in a decent area close to my work. Found one that was available immediately, smaller than what I had been paying for with Chloe, but the rent was actually less than my half had been. Filled out the application on the spot. My email dinged. Message from the landlord of my old place. He acknowledged my notice, asked if everything was okay, and confirmed he would process the security deposit accordingly. Professional. Easy. Owen got home from work around 6. So update. New apartment. Should hear back tomorrow. Blocked her number. Canceled shared accounts. Pretty much done. That was fast. No reason to drag it out. She tried to contact you any other way? I checked my email. Nothing. Social media messages were off. I had deactivated those accounts months ago anyway. Waste of time. Nope. She's probably spiraling, but that's not my problem anymore. Owen grabbed a beer from the fridge. You know people are going to ask questions. Your friends, her friends. Let them ask. Facts are simple. She didn't respect me. I found out. I left. Anyone who has a problem with that can join her in paying full rent. He laughed. Fair enough. That night, I slept better than I had in months. No tiptoeing around someone else's mood. No wondering if I was doing enough. No trying to figure out why something felt off. Just clarity. The next afternoon, the apartment complex called. Application approved. Move-in Friday. Perfect. I started organizing my stuff in Owen's spare room, packing it properly for the move. Everything I owned fit into my car and about 8 boxes. 2 years of living with someone, and I could pack up in an afternoon. That should have told me something a long time ago. My work phone rang. It was Philip, my project lead. Hey, just wanted to check in. You seemed off yesterday before you left. I'm good. Actually, I'm better than good. Just handled some personal stuff. Anything affecting work? Nope. All clear. Actually, I'll probably be even more focused now. All right. Let me know if you need anything. I appreciated that. Philip was direct. No drama. Just checking the boxes he needed to check. Friday morning, I picked up keys to my new place. Ground floor, decent view of the parking lot, quiet building. Move-in took 2 hours. By noon, I was unpacked. By 2, I had furniture ordered for delivery next week. By 4, I was sitting on my floor with takeout, looking around my empty apartment. It was mine. Completely mine. No compromises. No convenient arrangements. And it felt exactly right. I unblocked Chloe's number on Saturday morning. Not because I wanted to talk, but because I needed to see what kind of spiral I was dealing with. Legal protection, basically. Document everything. The messages came flooding in. 37 of them. The first few were confusion. Where did you go? What's happening? Please call me. Then anger. You can't just leave like this. This is insane. You're overreacting. Then bargaining. We can work this out. I didn't mean what you think I meant. Everyone complains about their partner sometimes. Then desperation. Please. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I can't afford this place alone. And there it was. The actual truth. She couldn't afford it. I screenshotted everything and saved it to a folder. Then I sent one reply. You made your feelings clear. I'm just respecting them. Don't contact me again. She called immediately. I declined. She called again. Declined. Then a text. At least help me with this month's rent. I can't cover it all by myself. I stared at that message for a solid minute. The audacity was almost impressive. Not my problem. You have a job. Figure it out. You're being cruel. I'm being exactly what you wanted. Absent. I blocked her again. This time for good. Sunday afternoon, my phone rang from a number I didn't recognize. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. Hello. Hi. Is this Chloe's boyfriend? A woman's voice. Older. Probably her mother. No. Silence. Oh, well, this is Frances, Chloe's mom. She's very upset, and I thought maybe. With respect, this is between me and Chloe. And it's over. I'm not discussing it. She said you just abandoned her with no warning. That's not accurate. But again, this isn't something I'm going to discuss with you. Have a good day. I hung up. Felt slightly bad about being short with her mom, but boundaries were boundaries. Chloe was 32 years old. She could handle her own problems. Another unknown number called an hour later. I didn't answer. Voicemail. It was Teresa, apparently one of Chloe's friends, asking me to be reasonable and talk this out like adults. Deleted. Monday at work, I was in the break room when Eric from accounting walked in. Hey, weird question. You know someone named Chloe? My jaw tightened. Why? She called the main office line trying to reach you. Said it was an emergency. Receptionist transferred her to me by mistake. What did you tell her? That I'd pass along the message. But dude, she sounded kind of unhinged. Everything okay? Everything's fine. We broke up. She's not handling it well. If she calls again, just tell reception I'm not available. Eric nodded slowly. Got it. Sorry, man. Don't be. Wednesday, I got an email. From Chloe's work account. Subject line, please read this. I shouldn't have opened it. But I did. It was long. Rambling. She went through every excuse possible. I had misunderstood. She was venting. Work had been stressful. She never meant for me to hear that. Everyone says things they don't mean. We had been happy. We could be happy again. She missed me. She made a mistake. Please give her another chance. The last paragraph was the kicker. I can't do this alone. The rent is due in 5 days and I don't have enough. I already asked my landlord for an extension, but he said no. I need you to help me just this once. Please. I closed the email. Didn't respond. Didn't need to. Thursday evening, Owen came home with groceries and a strange look on his face. So, I ran into someone at the store. Let me guess. Yep, Chloe. She was in the parking lot. Saw my car and waited. I set down my laptop. What did she say? Asked where you were. If you were staying with me. If I knew how to reach you. I told her I wasn't getting involved. How did she react? Not great. Started crying. Said you ruined her life. Said she lost everything because of you. I actually laughed at that. Couldn't help it. She lost everything? She still has her job, her car, her apartment if she can figure out how to pay for it. All she lost was someone she described as conveniently there for rent money. Owen cracked open a beer. Yeah, the irony is pretty thick. But heads up, she knows you're probably staying here. Might show up. If she does, don't answer the door. Already planned on it. Friday afternoon, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. Text message. This is Deborah, Chloe's sister. I know you probably don't want to hear from anyone right now, but she's genuinely struggling. I'm not taking sides. I just think you should know she's barely eating, can't sleep, and is terrified of losing her apartment. Whatever happened between you two, maybe you could just talk to her once. Help her get stable. Then you can walk away for good if you want. I read it twice. Felt that small tug of guilt. The part of me that had spent 2 years caring about Chloe's well-being. Then I remembered her laughing with her coworkers. Just conveniently there to pay half the rent. I deleted the message. Saturday morning, I went to the gym. Needed to clear my head. I was on the treadmill when I saw her. Chloe, standing by the front entrance. Looking around. She hadn't seen me yet. I was in the back corner, partially blocked by equipment. I grabbed my towel, walked straight to the side exit, and left. Got a text 10 minutes later from the gym's front desk. They had a note that someone had been asking for me. Did I know a Chloe? I replied that I did not authorize anyone to inquire about my membership and to please note that in my file. Professional, clean, documented. That afternoon, I finally sat down and processed everything. Not emotionally, logically. Chloe had spent weeks, maybe months, viewing me as nothing more than a financial convenience. She had disrespected me publicly to her coworkers. She had made plans to leave when something better came along, all while accepting my money and my time. And now she was upset because I had the audacity to actually leave first. The guilt I felt? That wasn't genuine. That was just conditioning. 2 years of being convenient had trained me to prioritize her problems over my own dignity. Not anymore. I opened my laptop and sent one final email to her work address. Stop contacting me. Stop having other people contact me. Stop showing up places hoping to run into me. We're done. That's final. If you continue, I will document it as harassment. Move on. Sent. Then I changed my phone number. Updated it with work, with the bank, with everyone who actually mattered. Chloe could spiral all she wanted. She could cry to her friends and family. She could show up at places I used to go, but she was doing it without an audience. I was done being convenient. 2 weeks later, my new apartment was actually starting to feel like home. I had picked up a decent couch from a furniture outlet, mounted my TV, and set up my workspace properly. Everything was exactly where I wanted it. No compromises. No discussions about decorating or whose taste mattered more. Just mine. Work had picked up in a good way. Philip pulled me into his office on a Tuesday morning. Got a new project. Bigger scope. Needs someone detail-oriented who won't drop the ball. Interested? Absolutely. Good. It comes with a small bump in responsibility. And pay. I nodded. Appreciated. You've been sharp lately. More focused. Whatever changes you made in your personal life, keep doing it. I almost laughed. Turns out removing dead weight does wonders for productivity. That afternoon, I was grabbing lunch at a sandwich shop near the office when I ran into Cliff. He worked in IT at my company, but we had mutual friends from college. We had always been friendly. Hey man, long time, he said, getting in line behind me. Yeah, been busy. I heard. Owen mentioned you went through a breakup. Of course Owen had mentioned it. That's what friends do. Yeah, a few weeks ago. All good though. Cliff ordered his sandwich and we ended up sitting together. Owen said it was pretty sudden. For her, maybe. For me, it had been coming. That bad. Let's just say I found out I was more of a convenience than a partner. He winced. Brutal, but you seem like you're handling it well. Because I am. Sometimes the trash takes itself out. You just have to let it go. He laughed at that. Fair enough. You doing anything Friday? Few of us are getting together at Cooper's place. Just hanging out, watching the game. Yeah, I'm in. I hadn't socialized much in the past year. Chloe had always found reasons why we couldn't make it to things. Too tired. Too busy. Didn't feel like it. I had stopped pushing. Funny how much energy I had now. Friday came, and I showed up at Cooper's place with beer and zero expectations. Just a group of guys watching basketball and talking about nothing important. It was exactly what I needed. During halftime, the conversation drifted to relationships. Cooper had just gotten engaged. Another guy, Declan, was talking about his girlfriend moving in. What about you? Declan asked me. Owen said you just got out of something. Yeah, about a month ago. Rough? Not really. Found out she was basically using me for rent money. Left. End of story. Cooper shook his head. That's cold. It was. But I'm better off. Honestly, I feel lighter. That's the right attitude, Cliff said. Too many people stay in situations that drain them. The game came back on, and the conversation moved on. But I noticed something. Nobody pitied me. Nobody acted like I was damaged or needed fixing. I was just a guy who handled his business and moved on. That felt good. The following week, I got an email from the old landlord. He had processed the security deposit. Because I had given notice and left voluntarily, he was returning my half minus a small cleaning fee. $500 back in my account. I took it as a win. That same week, Owen mentioned he had run into one of Chloe's co-workers at a coffee shop. She asked about you, he said, pouring himself cereal. What did you say? That you were doing great and had moved on. She made this face like she was surprised. Why would that surprise anyone? I think Chloe's been telling people a different story. That you abandoned her. That you were unstable. That kind of thing. I shrugged. People can believe what they want. Anyone who actually knows me knows better. True. But the co-worker seemed skeptical of Chloe's version. Apparently, she's been pretty unprofessional at work lately. Emotional. Missing deadlines. Not my circus. Not my monkeys. Owen grinned. Exactly. A month and a half after I left, I was at the gym when I saw someone who looked familiar. Took me a second to place her. Teresa, one of Chloe's friends. The one who had left me a voicemail asking me to be reasonable. She walked right up to me while I was at the water fountain. You know you really messed her up, right? I turned slowly. Excuse me. Chloe, she's struggling. Lost weight. Can barely focus at work. All because you just vanished. I didn't vanish. I left. There's a difference. You didn't even give her a chance to explain. There was nothing to explain. I heard what she said. It was clear. Teresa crossed her arms. Everyone vents about their relationships. You're acting like she committed some crime. She didn't commit a crime. She just showed me exactly how little I meant to her. So I acted accordingly. You're cold. I'm honest. She wanted to be single. I made her single. That's not cold. That's efficient. Teresa opened her mouth to say something else, but I cut her off. We're done here. Don't approach me again. I walked away. Didn't look back. Didn't care if she was offended. That night, I got a LinkedIn message. From Chloe. I hadn't even thought to block her there. I know you don't want to talk to me. I get it. But I need you to know that I'm sorry. Genuinely sorry. I was stupid and I took you for granted. I've had a lot of time to think and I realize what I lost. If there's any chance, any possibility that we could try again, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Please just think about it. I stared at that message for exactly 10 seconds. Then I blocked her on LinkedIn and deleted the message. Whatever she lost, she threw away herself. I wasn't a landfill where people could dump their regrets and expect me to sort through it. The next morning, I woke up in my own apartment, in my own bed, with complete clarity about my life. No drama, no manipulative games, no wondering if I was enough. Just me, building exactly the life I wanted. And for the first time in years, that felt like more than enough. 3 months after I left, I had completely rebuilt my routine. Gym 4 times a week. Promoted at work with a decent raise. Started taking a welding class on weekends just because it sounded interesting. Life had momentum again. Then Chloe showed up at my apartment building. I was pulling into the parking lot after work when I saw her car. Same silver sedan, same dent on the back bumper. She was sitting on the steps near the entrance. I parked, grabbed my bag, and walked straight past her. Wait, please. I kept walking. I just need 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. I stopped but didn't turn around. You need to leave. I drove across town. Just hear me out. I faced her. She looked different. Thinner. Hair pulled back messily. Dark circles under her eyes. You have 60 seconds. I made a horrible mistake. What you heard that day, I was just trying to sound tough in front of my coworkers. I didn't mean any of it. I've been miserable without you. I can't eat, can't sleep. I lost you and I lost my apartment. I'm staying with my sister now. Everything fell apart. 50 seconds. Please. I know I hurt you, but we had something good. 2 years doesn't just disappear. I'm begging you to give me another chance. I'll prove I've changed. Time's up. You're not even going to think about it. No, because you didn't make a mistake. You told the truth. You just didn't expect me to hear it. That's not fair. What's not fair is you treating me like a convenient ATM for 2 years while planning your exit strategy. What's not fair is you only caring now because things got hard. I'm not your safety net. Her voice cracked. So that's it. You just hate me now. I don't hate you. I just don't care. And that's worse, isn't it? She started crying. Actual tears. How can you be so cruel? I'm not cruel. I'm just done. You wanted someone better. Go find him. But you're not finding him here. I turned and walked to the entrance. Used my key fob. The door clicked locked behind me. Through the glass, I could see her standing there, crying. Part of me, the old part, wanted to feel bad. But I didn't. Because this wasn't cruelty. This was consequence. 2 weeks later, Owen told me she had called him, asking if I was seeing anyone, if I seemed happy, if he thought there was any chance. I told her you were doing great and she needed to move on. Owen said, good. She didn't take it well. Started saying you were heartless, that you never really loved her. I laughed. Sure, I'm heartless, because I won't let her use me twice. She's really struggling though. I almost felt bad. Don't. She created this situation. She can handle it. That was the last time anyone mentioned Chloe to me for months. I kept building, kept improving, started going out more. Met someone at the welding class, actually. Her name was Cooper, worked as a structural engineer. We grabbed coffee after class one Saturday. It was easy, natural, no games, just two people talking. When she asked if I was seeing anyone, I said no. When she asked if I wanted to get dinner sometime, I said yes. Simple as that. Life had a funny way of working out when you stopped settling for less than you deserved. Chloe had wanted me gone. She got her wish. The difference was I was thriving, and she was still stuck paying full rent on a life she had destroyed herself. 6 months after everything ended, I was standing in my apartment getting ready for dinner with Cooper when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I almost ignored it, but something made me check. Text message. It's Chloe. Using a friend's phone. I know you block me everywhere. I'm not trying to get back together. I just want to talk. One time. Face to face. For closure. Please. I stared at the message. Cooper walked out of the bathroom. Everything okay? Yeah. Just my ex wants closure. You going to respond? I thought about it. Actually, yeah. Might as well end this permanently. I texted back. Thursday, 3 p.m. Coffee shop on Maple. 30 minutes maximum. Don't bring anyone else. Thank you. I'll be there. Thursday came. I showed up 15 minutes early, got my coffee, and sat by the window. Watched her pull into the parking lot right at 3. She walked in looking different again. Professional. Hairstyled. Makeup done. Like she was trying to prove something. She sat down across from me. Thank you for meeting me. You have 30 minutes. Say what you need to say. I've been going to therapy. Working on myself. My therapist said I needed to take accountability for what I did to you. Okay. I treated you terribly. I took you for granted. I was selfish and immature. You deserve better, and I'm sorry. I nodded. Apology noted. That's it. What else do you want me to say? You apologized. I heard you. We're good. Are we though? Can we at least be friends? No. She flinched. Why not? Because friends respect each other. You didn't respect me. You used me. Now you feel bad about it because it backfired. That's not friendship. That's guilt. I genuinely want to make amends. Then live your life better. Treat the next person with actual respect. Don't use people. That's how you make amends. Not by asking me to absolve you. You really won't forgive me? I already did. Forgiveness doesn't mean reconnection. It just means I'm not angry anymore. And I'm not. I'm indifferent. She looked down. I heard you're seeing someone. That's not your business. Is she better than me? I almost laughed. That's the wrong question. The right question is whether she respects me. And she does. So yeah, it's better. Chloe's eyes watered. I really did love you. I was just stupid. Maybe. But love without respect is worthless. You can love someone and still treat them like garbage. You proved that. So this is really it. We're never going to talk again. This is it. You got your closure. I got mine 6 months ago when I left. We're even now. I stood up. Put on my jacket. I hope you figure out whatever you need to figure out. I genuinely do. But I'm not part of that journey. I walked out. Didn't look back. Got in my car and drove straight to Cooper's place. She opened the door with a smile. How'd it go? Exactly how it needed to. It's done. Completely done. Good. I made pasta. We ate dinner. Talked about nothing important. Laughed at something stupid on TV. Later that night, lying in bed, I realized something. I didn't think about Chloe anymore. Not with anger. Not with sadness. Not with anything. She was just someone I used to know. Someone who taught me exactly what I wouldn't accept ever again. I had walked away from convenient and found something genuine instead. That's not cruelty. That's growth. And honestly, I had never felt more free.